Hey, this is Justin from Goldpenguin, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create a newsletter pop-up in Breakdance Builder. So to do this, we're going to navigate to our WordPress admin panel and then head over to Breakdance and go to pop-ups. Once we're in here, we're going to add a pop-up and let's call it newsletter. And we're going to apply this to everywhere. So the location is going to be the pages or posts that you want this to show up on. If we're doing a newsletter, we might want this to just be on your post pages and not really on your pages. For the purpose of this tutorial, we're going to do it everywhere, but these are the options that we can have. We could have it at certain archives or on a 404 page, which that'd be kind of weird. But yeah, so we're going to stick to everywhere. So we're also going to be adding conditions to this. So this is going to say, when are we going to show the pop-up to a user? So we can categorize this based on if they're logged in or not, because if they're logged in, you probably don't want to show them something. When they registered, there's a bunch of really cool things that you could do. You could do like day of the week, really cool. We're not going to add any conditions today, but we are going to add a trigger. And so a trigger is going to be, when are we going to show this pop-up to our users? We could do it when the page loads, when we're scrolling, user inactivity, or the mouse moves to exit or clicks. For this tutorial, we're going to be doing user inactivity because I personally think that that's the best way. When if there's a user that's just sitting on a web page for about 15, 20, 30 seconds, then we can go ahead and show them the pop-up. For this tutorial, we'll do 5 seconds. I would recommend at least 30 if you were doing this on a production website. And then we're also going to limit how often this pop-up is going to show. So we don't want this to annoy the user if they keep coming onto the website. So we can stick this to about, I'd say 2 times forever. After that, and this is going to be based on your user browser data. If they're on a new browser, it'll be different. Yeah, and then do not show this pop-up if any other pop-up has been shown. I'm going to keep that off because we're only creating one of these. So this pop-up is only going to be shown twice, and let's go ahead and add it. So it triggers on an activity, and once it's created, go ahead and edit it in Breakdance. That's going to bring up the editor, and when you add this, the way it works is it's going to create a little pop-up box. So it's going to kind of blur the background and bring up this box. So we could change the background color, as well as edit some IDs, and here's some of the settings. So displaying the overlay, we're going to keep that on because we want this on top of it. You could add some other options, show a close button. I'm going to let our user close it immediately, and then you can design it. So this option will let you design. You could customize the icon of the close button if for some reason you want to change it. So you really have full customization options that you can do for this. So we could go ahead and change the overlay color. Let's make it a little transparent. Let's say your website's a little purple. And then, yeah. And so now we can also add an animation. That's something that I like to do where we fade it in and we fade it out. We could just add a little fade of, let's say 500 milliseconds. And then we're going to ease that linearly. There you go. We're going to do the same with fade out. Just go to fade, change it to 500 milliseconds, and you can customize this however you want. Pretty cool. We're going to keep it simple though. So once we do this, now it's going to be time to actually add our form to this page. Let me go ahead and change the close button because see if we can find anything. It's kind of cool. Not really. This kind of looks like an X, so we could do that. Okay, so now in here we're going to add, and we are going to add a form builder to the website. So in the form builder, we are just going to get their name and email. Honestly, you don't even need name. We could just do email, but it's really up to your preferences. So if you do want the conversion rate to be higher for when this does pop up, just ask for their email, and then we can go ahead and add a little heading that is called, sign up for 15% off. And so we could also trigger this to send them an email once it's filled out, giving them a coupon code for 15% off if you do have a WooCommerce store. But we're not going to be focusing on that today. I'm going to add a 20 padding, actually let's do a 30 padding gap over here. And here's your pop-up to sign up for 15% off. They type in their email and they submit. But the way that this is set up is this is kind of like a contact form. So when a user hits submit, it's going to say your message has been received, which is kind of weird if there's 15% off. So we can just customize that to say like, thanks for signing up or whatever you want. But just make sure that it flows well with the rest of your website because the form builder is kind of just defaulted as like a contact form. So once we're done with this, now we can figure out what we want to do when the form gets filled. we can email it to the site admin, and then obviously we want to store their submission because we're trying to build a newsletter database. I would also recommend going into here and saving these emails to some kind of platform that allows you to save them externally. So we use MailChimp. So we do have a tutorial on setting up contact forms with MailChimp. You can go ahead and check that out. But we would also recommend, so saving that to MailChimp, as well as even you could even send it to like Discord or something, but definitely send it outside of your website too. You'll have the list inside. You'll get an email if you want saying, hey, user 123 signed up, and then you'll also have it get saved to your MailChimp account. So once this is done, I'm pretty sure we're done. We could turn on reCAPTCHA, add a custom key, but we're not going to do that. But yeah. So, and then a honeypot field is also pretty cool if you're getting a bunch of spam emails. This adds a fake, another condition or another field in here that only computers and robots can see. And if they trigger that and fill that out by trying to put in something spam, then it's going to know it's spam and won't get saved. So if you're having a problem with spam, then turn that on. You could also turn on the verification. So we're going to save this, and we're going to go navigate to our website right now, and then go to any page. So we do have a page called Popup. So on Popup, I'm just going to sit here and not do anything. I don't remember what time. I think we said 5 seconds. And after 5 seconds, boom, sign up for 15% off. So you could see that purple overlay that was in the background. I did make it a little transparent, which I honestly wouldn't really recommend because kind of looks a little cluttered. So you really want this to be the main focus of your site. And then you can add someone's email to here and go ahead and submit it. And once you submit it, you'll get your message, and boom, all your triggers will launch, and that's pretty much it. So now you have a newsletter sign up, and you can integrate this with WooCommerce or any other kinds of things that you're looking for. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.